Hey, 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 hey. This is Tenacious Earl, and what the heck? I'm gonna wear the goofy hat tonight because it's gonna get goofy probably. I don't know, maybe not. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. I'm feeling pretty happy about playing some golf tonight, and I don't really care if it goes good, bad, or otherwise. Um, Played a pretty decent round earlier today with the golfer I created. So I'm going to get right in. I said I wasn't going to do any more golf today, but then I kind of talked myself back into it. So I'm just going to go with myself, and I. If I can find my stupid rear end in here, it's down here in the. Oh, I did it. I didn't click the right one. So yeah. Okay. So we're going to hit continue. And I did Boston. Let's go with. Let's give old Pack Palisades a chance here. Live weather. It's pretty nice there. Let's give it a whirl. Hopefully, if I'm playing here by myself, it'll only take me about an hour or so. So, tailwind. Gonna be flipping out here with some good old carry. Gonna carry 281, which is up to right about there. And actually, this is a par five, and if we should be able to go with a 3 wood without too much problem here getting home in two, especially if we can get towards the left side of the fairway, which is where we're going to be. It's good. That gives us a decent angle, although the angle itself is. This is a weird little green to start. You see how this is kind of like. And Riviera, which this is based off of Riviera, it has another green that's kind of like this. So what it's trying to get you to do is it probably, if you want to play the hole traditionally, you would hit it up into this little cove here and then come around the bunker, or maybe there's some front left pins. But what we're going to do here is we're going to go. So we got 203. We're going to call that 193. It's a little heavy. I'd like to try and take a little bit more pin at it, but let's take it back to. Oops. Oh, just missed this guy close. Ron Juckett. Got four people here. Ron Juckett was showing me these nifty little percentages that I had been ignoring, which makes you have a little more faith in how you're going to approach the putt. So we can go from. We can gain 4% here with only gaining. I mean, we still get a 3-footer back for par. Let's try and make this. He crushed it. I crushed it. So already starting off on a little bit of a bad putting experience there, but still a par. A little bit of a disappointment. Leave comments. I am monitoring the chat here. So okay, par 4, headwind, not too strong. Having trouble seeing the. Are there any preferences you can set the color of the? No. It'd be nice to be able to reset the color, eh? Because you see that just blends in way too well. So our carry is 275. I'm going to try and shade it just a little bit to the left. If we can get there. That looks good because with the pin, the green is kind of like a little bit of a Now you still have the bunker over there, but we're still going to have a great line here into the pin. You see that? That's pretty nice. 187. That's going to be 197 probably when all is said and done. We'll go with 202. It is a little bit downhill. I'm going to knock it down. 189. Should roll a little more. Let's give it a shot. Gonna go a little left. Hang on. Bite a little bit. That is cherry right there, guys. Gonna get another putt at birdie here. Got a 61% chance or 65. Let's stick with the one. Oh, that was so close. But we're going to tap it in for par. I'll take that, man. It's 2 shots handed right back. So again, this is another pin here on the left where you can, we don't, that's going to be 175. We don't really need a huge drive. It's got a little bit of a crosswind. We're going to try, and again, if we can get this thing on the left side of the fairway, it's going to cut into the rough, just barely. So that's a little overcooked here. Should still be fine. You just don't necessarily want to be coming in from the right on this hole. But we also have this wind helping us, so 150 is kind of like the average, but it's going to be a little short. We will be happy just with the center to front center of the green. It's a pretty nice play there. Bob. I think it may help a lot with strategy if you, I would say watch some videos to start, because there are some really good players. Ron at the Retro Sports Network. He does a really good job of talking strategy with the stuff. I try to talk some as I'm playing. I'm being a little quick here tonight, but so this is downhill. You can see the arrows there, pointing down the hill. So we don't want to go too crazy here. We'd like to keep it within 2 feet. I'm going to take my par if I can get it. Might get lucky, but nah. So hopefully we end up within 1.5 feet or 2 feet or something like that. Okay, 1.7. We should be able to tap that in. So, yeah, I mean, your strategy, and again, the video that Ron Juckett put out, Retro Sports Network, a couple of days ago, that is what I would call an excellent primer on how to manage a round. I guess that's how I would say it. How to not let your emotions get to you, how not to let a bad shot get you down, how to approach a course in a way that is going to give you the best chance of having a good, you may fail at your shots, but you can only do so much. This is downhill, left pin, not real easy to get to. The wind is going to kind of help us. We want to kind of land it, I'd say, center. If the wind can, let's see, what's the green look like? So it's going to, and the slope is helping us with this pin as well. If we can land it here at 231, which we really need, so the 243 is just a little heavy, but we'd rather be a little long than a little short. It's downhill, so that's also going to put us probably back of the green, but let's see how this works out. Aim in center, bite, please. And it did a pretty good job of biting towards the back of the green. And again, the slope feeds down. If we had a little bit shorter club there, I could have taken 5% off, but you can run into some issues. So, we're at a case here where we kind of just want to take our par here on the par 3, lag it in there. It's going to crawl down, and it's a pretty nice little lag. Well, it's 3 feet. It's not a gimme, but pretty close. Okay. So we're even par through 4 holes. We will go with that here at Riviera. I need to go through and change all the names of these courses. So, all right. So, yeah, so I would just say watch some videos, check out the game. You can do anything from let the computer play the game for you, and basically you're just telling the computer to aim it, and you just tell it to swing, and it does it. It's got random number generators. You could actually set it up to use a swing meter like in some other games like Tiger Woods, or you can just try to do your best to do the strategy components. But this would probably be a good way to learn strategy. This top-down view, it doesn't give you much terrain view. You don't really get to see it. You have to sort of use some of the cues that are above the lie indicator over here to kind of like give you that part of it. But yeah, I mean, you can see the effect that it has on maybe taking a little bit of a chance on a place in a place on the course where you shouldn't, and things like that. How to take chances, how not to. So I'm going to outdrive the fairway here. Hopefully stay in the first cut. No, we're in the full-blown rough. Left side of the fairway would have been pretty good, but sometimes you just got to roll with it, baby, if you take the advice of Steve Winwood. And so I'm going to aim at the right part of the green. Let's take a look at the terrain. So everything's coming off the back, or from back to front. We should have a little bit of a buffer. The wind's going to try to bump it in. I'm going to try and make sure I don't give away the green in case I miss it a little right. I don't have any terrain component, so let's see. Come on, wind, help it. Now, bite. It did. Sometimes you get what you ask for. Okay. Now I putted. I don't know if putted is a word. My putts were really strong in my last round, finishing 6 under. Things are starting a little bit shaky here. I don't want to leave myself a 4-footer and go aggressive. It's downhill. I am okay going with the moderate because I would like to at least have a fair chance of knocking in, but it's not going to make it. As long as it stops about there, we will be in Happyville with a par. Could have been better, but so here is a signature hole at this course. You got the bunker in the midst of this green. As you can see here, the whole green surrounds it. It's, again, one of the signatures of Riviera. Pin back left. Got to try and carry this little shelf. You leave it short in here. It's going to roll back down to the first level. A good approach might be to try and play a shot that bounces down here, and if it can skip up, you end up here. If you can gauge the distance right and keep it just hole high, you're in really good shape. It's 197, so you're not getting a lot of backspin off it. Slight tailwind. So we're at 202. We have a 199 club. I'm going to say that is probably good. See how it works. Wind is not helping it too much. Are we going to get up over it? No, we're not. So you're going to see, might just actually let us chip. No, it's on the green. So we're going to have a little bit of a antsy putt here. We are going to lag it again. I'm trying not to take too many chances on these that's a pretty good putt. Not to take too many chances when I'm not. See, so that's another thing. that you can learn about strategy in golf is, let's take a look at the green here. So if you want to miss the green, or not miss the green, but if you, what you want to do is your mind has to go to, how can I get the ball below the hole? If I can get the ball below the hole, I can putt aggressively and try to make birdie, because as long as there isn't sort of a break point just past it, so that when you hit it too long, it goes over, you can give it more speed and you have the confidence it's going to stop past the hole. So in this case, the place to miss, if you're going to miss, is front. You want to be down here. You don't want to be up here, because this is going to be a little bit of a tricky putt. You hit it too hard, it could just keep rolling, especially if the greens are fast. Now, this bunker here means I really would rather not be on the right side of the fairway. The angle isn't so good. I'd rather be to the left. I can bring it in and maybe even try to try and tuck it front and have it in that ideal spot to try and make a birdie. Now, here's the problem. Great design of a hole. You've got a guard over here. You got this bunker on the left guarding that kind of approach. We aren't worried about this bunker short. That's basically, you leave it in high rough, you're going to end up, if you fat it or whatever. Yeah. So here's the other problem. We've got a following wind. So we're probably going to have to take a 3-wood here and still hope that it ends up short. I might even want to go 5. So we got 235. If we can hit it well, hopefully end up here in this 270 range, and then we've got this angle down to that. Let's see how we do here. Missing it a little right. It's a little farther right than I wanted, but the slope of the fairway is actually helping me a lot. We'll see this. We'll probably have a poor stance here. Let's see. There you go. Above the feet, 4.8 degrees. Also uphill lie, so it's going to be a higher lie, but we're going to try and take this. We're going to try and short side this pin to the front. So the uphill lie will cause us to come up a little short. It's an uphill pin position, so that means we're going to have to hit it. If we want to go 138, we probably need to hit it 145. So we're going to take it up to the 150. But I'm going to bring it back to 195, because we also have this following wind. So I'm going to try and keep it below the hole. I want to keep it short if I can. And I should have aimed a little farther to right. Well, that's not bad. It's not what I wanted. Again, I needed to factor in my stance. I forgot to do that. I should have probably aimed it over here. Might have gotten us in this position. So, it's those kinds of decisions if you're not taking your time. So we've got about a 15-footer. Can we knock it in? It's looking good. It is gonna go in. Nice. So we pick up a birdie. So that is good. This is a split fairway, it looks like. I'm trying to remember if this is the case. I believe it is. So you've got this guy. It doesn't always give you the best approach. So this is an interesting choice. And we've got the following wind. Now you see right here, this gives you probably a better approach into the green, because I think this looks like it's probably kind of flat. This over here, it looks like it may have sort of a false front, and if you leave it short, it will just kind of roll down into this. So to come from this direction might not be ideal, but see, you've got, if you get out here to 295 where your driver might end up, you've got sort of a pinch point here in the fairway. So let's try and see if we can keep it in the fairway here. So we're going to aim, because of the wind, we're going to aim a little to the left. See if we can come up short. Come up short. That's going to catch the first cut. Okay, that's not bad. That's not too shabby. We should still be able to make uh, turn this in. I'm going to knock it down out of here again. It's got following wind. I'd like to have it carry the 161. Will probably end up being 165. It's a little long. How's the terrain? There you can see this false front. We're hitting into the slope. It's a better approach than the other way. We're going to try this and see how it works out. No stance or anything like that. So we're knocking it down. It's going to be a little lower, maybe a little bit more run. Front of the green. It's going to come up and on, and that's going to give us another run at birdie. Maybe we can get 2 in a row here. Another 15% chance. See if we can make 2 of these in a row. We're going to give it a roll. Just couldn't quite judge the, my eyes are bugging me, but we're going to tap it in for par. 7 people watching, so I am checking the chat here. Feel free to pop in. Par 4. So what is this? This is let's see, par 70. Nope, it's 71. We do get a couple par 5s on the back. So the first time I've played Riviera, and yes, I am wearing my goofy hat. Hope you guys don't mind. I'm gonna actually come back to my stream and sort of like move this somewhere else here, because yeah, I'll put it right up here in the middle so that way you guys can see some of the data that's going on. How about that? I just noticed this up here. If you look at the little information bar up here, you got the rough is at a level 4, which I think 5 is the worst. Green is at 10.5 on the stimp, and 6.5 firmness. All right, so again, another pinch point bunker here. You have to make the decision whether you want to try and tempt getting over here into this better position, going at a back left, or do you want to play here to the left, play short, you take a 3-wood, be a little bit conservative, play to the center of the green, and look at probably a 2-putt. Let's take the safe approach here. I'm gonna aim just on the left side. Come on, wind. Give it a little bit of help back to the center, and it's not. So that's another thing that you have to. I keep trying to figure out with this game is, you know, I'm not sure if there's a case where even if every time you do your best, there's always going to be this thing, like let's say you hit 3 or 4 fairways in a row, will it then, does it automatically have some kind of a bias to just make sure that you get, in the end, you'll end up with the right number of fairways hit and all that stuff, because that may be part of the algorithm. I'm not sure. You just can't let it get to you. Crappy lie in the rough. So we got to aim down here. You know, we were trying to get to a place where we could aim over in this area, but with this 72 lie, I mean, what do we have? We have 187. Can we even get to a club? We can't. So we're basically what we need to do is we need to just kind of aim over into this range. What is that? 110. Yeah, we're going to aim over in here, probably a little closer to the center because we got some wind, and just try and get that angle that we're looking for. So now we have a place to try and access this pin with sort of a lobber. So I'm just gonna go with, what do we have? 71, and it's uphill. I'm gonna go with the 73. I'm gonna place the reticle just to the left. It's got a little bit of wind. We also have this little hump. I'm hoping that we fly it. Let's see if we do it. We do. Bite. Come on. Okay. Maybe should have used a little high spin. Now we got a par putt, but it's down the hill, but it's pretty straight. Let's see. We've got. Let's give this a roll. Let's see if we can make this putt and get our par. Made a lot of putts earlier today. It's not going to have the juice, is it? We're going to pick up a bogey, going to drop to even par. That's okay. That's not a bad front nine. I'll take it. So, here's a hole that is pretty remarkable at Riviera. And it's a hole where you can either sink or swim on it. If you do what you're, so this is a 300-yard hole. This is drivable by any means. It's 300 yards down the hill. You know, my temptation is to try to play this fade shot and try to land it right there and let it skip down. And, you know, this has, again, sort of the possibilities of being either feast or famine. And, you know, you have a chance of ending up in this back bunker down here, down the hill. I think I'm going to take a 3-wood and try to get it to the front of the green. I think that's probably... Oh, and look at him. He's missing it to the right. Got a little bit... That was a horrible shot. That was a horrible shot. This is a short hole. It shouldn't be a problem, but he lost a little confidence. I lost a little confidence, I guess is the way you'd say it. Now I'm like scrambling. So again, we're downhill. We've got to take something off this guy. I'm gonna try and just hit the front of the green. I'm not attacking this pin. If I can get it on the front here, I'll be happy. And that is about all I'm gonna expect. If I could have ended up in this front part for eagle, that would have been great. Now just stop. Okay. We should still be putting. We're going to lag it. We still have a pretty crappy chance at par now. Hoping to get within 4 feet. This is still a bender for par. 93%. But I knock it in. I'll take that. Wow, that was an adventure. That's a hole. It looks like it should be an easy 3. But the more you're tempted to try to go after 2, I'm at 3 of 8 from the fairway, but I've hit all but 1 green in regulation. 9 was our only bogey, so that's a pretty good stretch aside from driving accuracy. These fairways do seem a tad narrow. So, par 5, 582. Don't expect to, well, with the wind behind us, if we can get this in the fairway, we have a chance at reaching. So let's gotta bring this back to about 260. You want the wind to help bring it along to the right. Let's see. Okay, that's a good drive. We're gonna hopefully get out there to 290, 295 would be nice. 282, that's must have been an uphill shot. So now what do we have left? 269. It's up the hill. 242. We will just see what we can do and get it up into this opening, see if we can pitch and putt for birdie. It's looking pretty good. Wow, that wind really took that one, and we reached the green somehow. So now it's definitely pitch and putt. Maybe we can even pitch this thing in, but we can't count on that. But we should be able to go with a... Actually, they're giving us... It's fairway, but they're giving us a chance to putt it. Now, this is a pure lag position here, and we're hoping just to get it within... It would be nice to get within 3. That is nice. That's going to be a cheapo birdie. So somehow gripped and ripped that 3-wood out of the fairway and put it over the green. That was nice. Let's keep going. 1 under par. Okay, this is a guarded pin. We need to try, if we want to get after this, what the best position is going to be is front, right? We want it here. If we can get it in here, got a chance. If we want to get it in there, let's zoom back out. If we want to hit it here, we need to be here, right? So, because again, our theory is we want to try and prevent shots where we have to clear a bunker. So we need to get it over. But now we have, you see the green arrow means that when it hits, it's going to roll down towards the rough. So there's really no way we're going to have that kind of, what you really need to do if you want to get to where you're in good birdie position is you have to be able to play a fade well into that. You need to be able to take it from left to right and move it around the bunker. And I don't know. I'm not sure if I have the patience to try it. So we're going to aim center. The wind's going to take it a little bit, and actually I need to go a little right of center. The wind's going to hopefully let it roll down to right about where this tree is, but still on the fairway. See that okay, so my contact was a little right, so this is not going to allow us to do anything. 4 under on Old Greenwood. I've got to collect some of these other courses, man. I'm way behind the game with all you guys. So we're at a point where I think our angle, unless we can be certain we can take a club where we can go. See, so it's it's at least downhill. If we can fly it, 200, which really needs like a 207 club. 205, I'm tempted to try this. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what happens when we go. There's 207. Let's go with a 4-iron with a high flight. It's going to mean a little more wind, but we might be able to keep this short. We're playing with fire. And okay, the other thing is the uphill lie is going to create more loft, and we're going to end up a little shorter. So we'll have to see. We don't really need the high, right? We don't need that high designation. So wait, so what are we thinking? We need to go 193 really to get over this bunker. That's 10 more. We also need to aim a little farther to the right. So I'm going against my own advice. I'm saying I'm going to try and be a little bit aggressive here. What I'd like to see is this stance and this wind put it somewhere just to the left in front of the pin. But let's see. Bite. Okay, not left in front, but left and just back, and that's going to probably be acceptable. It's basically a level putt, so we just have to decide if we want to increase our chances of making it. I think what we should do is lag this. We kind of wanted to take our chance at a good approach, and when you don't get the right approach, then you just lick your wounds and hope for a lag to drop for some reason. Fade the shot into the green. Yeah, I'm afraid that's the way I would do. If I were playing it on the course, that's the way I would try it, and I would fail miserably, just like I would here probably. But I think if I'm going to take it over that bunker, I probably should have at least given it a whirl, But all right, so we're right in the teeth of the wind. So that means this 278 is going to probably be more like 270-ish. So if we're left side, we're happy. You know, that's basically like there's no real bunker protection now. I'm guessing that this kind of drops off on the left. Everything goes to the left, so you're gonna have a you're just gonna have a tough time having an uphill putt for birdie, even if you can get there. So let's just try and put it reasonable. We gripped it and we ripped it, and we're gonna find just the edge of the rough. It looks like as it decided to take me in there. That's okay. Again, as long as we got a good lie, we're gonna take it right to left a little bit because of the wind. That's gonna just do its job. So we're gonna aim just in the front of the green. We got 160 there. 161 club. That's probably gonna leave us short. Though it is downhill, so that is working in our favor. Let's try and knock it down. I'm going to go up a club. So 156. Still probably not quite. Let's give it a shot. We might be able to get away with that. Let's see how this works out. Knocking it down. Nah, he kind of chuffed it there. Not a good effort. We're going to have to chip and putt. Lob and putt. See how it goes. That's going to come up short. Caught the slope. Not going to do its job. We're going to probably bogey this. Let's see. Left to right. Got almost 20% if we give it a heave-ho and we leave ourselves 3 feet. Let's give it the aggressive. Come on. Oh, it was like going down. It was in. The cellophane cover to the hole bites us in the bippy. All right, what do we got for the old terrain? Yeah, so let's experiment. We're even. Gonna experiment. We're gonna go a little bit of draw. A lot of bit of draw. Oh, 192. We're at 194 on the club. It's into the wind, so it's downhill quite a bit. Guessing that's like 6-7 yards. Let's see. Overcooking it's going to end up in the bunker. Look at that. 7 left. That's why I don't do that. I never do that. I've just gotten myself out of doing that every time. Because it ends up being full of crap. And then a bad bunker shot. So now I'm going to end up at +1 because I'm trying things that I shouldn't be trying if I cared that I was going to score bad. Didn't say I made every putt the last round, so it's about time that I missed 3/4 of them. Okay, we're down to 11 of 14 greens. That's not good. Saran wrap hole covers. So let's stop trying to be cute. Let's just play the game the way that get that rhythm swing going. We got a little bit of wind from right to left. And that was a nice break right there. So it looks like he had sort of this mental block from the last hole. He still ends up we end up in the first cut, but guess what? We're still playing. We're not obstructed. We're not in trouble. We get a big break from our friends at Trees Incorporated. All right, so we have a friend right here. We have a friend. Again, I'd love to fade it, but I don't think it's going to do me any good. I think what I want to do is try to find the front of the green, and no awkward stance. It is going to get over. Oh, that is pretty. Got a chance to get back that last stroke. We got uphill straight putt. We're going to be aggressive. The worst we're going to do, it looks like, is maybe 3 feet if we're unlucky. Aggressive. Oh, we over hit it. Just too much bacon in the sandwich and too much meat in the potatoes, and I don't even know what that means, and I'm not drinking anything other than Mountain Dew, so don't question my metaphors. What do we got here? Did I call that tree? I might have. I called it and asked it for a favor. All right, so we didn't do well with the draw last time since we're already, I think it owes us one here. And I'm already yanking it to the left anyway. Let's give it a shot. 179, so that's about we're going to say 169 on the fly with 170 down the hill. So we're going to end up on the back side of this. Let's go. I'm going to go with a high. Let's see. What did I went from 179 to 174. So there's going to be a little more wind effect. And I do not like this hooking stuff, I guess. So told you I was not going to do another one. And what did I do? I went and did it. It's what happens when you think you're smarter than the game. All right, we're on the dance floor. So when you shoot 6 under one round, then you have to expect you're going to have a correction. But let's see. Maybe a chance to make this. But the putter has gone cold. It's gone cold. I can't find it. Can't find the bottom of the cup. 3 out of the last 4 after I started trying to be cute with the draws and the fades and the ups and the downs. I should set my guy to actually be good with a draw, and then I could probably start playing it. But okay, long par 5. Following wind, so I'd like to be right. I'd like to just roll up past this bunker. If we even get to... Stop. Stay out of it. You're just going to keep rolling. What a joke. Well, that's what you get for not having long rough. It's supposed to be long, and I'm still, and the wind got it that time. Missed it to the right. So I'm going to be honest with you. I really think there is some kind of a confidence factor or psychology component to all of this, because I was going along fine, and then I took one bad shot, and it's just like every shot since has compounded it. So I feel like now I did have a good shot on that one par 4. It got over the bunker, but then the putt was substandard, and so yeah. It's an up. Well, it's well uphill, and we got this little ridge here that's gonna. Let's knock it down. Let's jump it up. Come on, kick up the hill. Bite. Stop. Come on, we got a quarter chance at this. Can we make one? Can we make a putt? We're going to miss it again. Oh, well. Not being cooperative today. The flat stick, I need to trade it in. Let's see if the pro shot. Okay, a famous hole here. It's, again, kind of tough to see from the top. this is uphill, and this thing down here, there's a very stark shelf that goes, I don't know why they don't show it over here too. You get over in these trees and it's pretty much jail. This tree can be a problem on approach, but it doesn't really show up. I don't know if they took it at the wrong time of year or whatever. Um, Actually, it's not this one. It's actually this guy here, I think. And but especially when they put the pin down here. But this all feeds off, and when it gets really fast, it can be really a pain in the. And I think the other part about this, you wouldn't be able to see it from this tee or from this view. From the tee box, you're basically looking uphill. You can't see the fairway. It's kind of like it's a blind tee shot, and there's not much definition to be able to see where you want to aim it. So we have a little bit of a benefit here. So see if we can end on a good note here. This is a tough hole to end on a good note, but maybe we will. We got 185 left. So the way the pros usually do it would be to either fly it in there and spin it back. I mean, these guys 185, they're hitting like gap wedge, right? I mean, but they'll also, because it's uphill, they'll also take it off of this slope and let it kind of feed down. We're going to aim up here because it should help us a little bit if we mishit it, but we also have this little bit of following wind. I'm going to guess that the club is going to be about right because it's a steep grade up the hill. So let's see. I had a bad stance and I didn't even look at it. And I can't look back at it now, but the stance, and I also missed it. So it seems like there's got to be something related to confidence involved with some of the swing stuff. He's got a chance, but there's no break. All right, well, we're going to get our par. That's suitable finish on 18. And a +2. So right in here, bad job. We missed greens. Pretty much anytime we missed a green, we bogeyed. We did have a par here on 18 after being on, but again, that was also short side. This one here, we ended up, we had a bunker between us and the pin. I think it was either this, I can't remember which one it was. I feel it was this one, but I started trying to use hook, and this game does not seem to favor shaped shots very much. Now, maybe if you have really good ratings with clubs, you can get away with it. But around 7, I was feeling pretty good, like, ooh, maybe we'll be able to sneak in a 3-under round or something like this. But then we had the bogey at 9, we had the bogey at 13, 14, and 16, and we take our 2 over and salve the wounds and come back another day. Whatever screen, oh, okay. Here, I'll show you. Yeah, I see what you mean. This, now you should be able to see it. Sorry. So let's go through this again. We had a pretty good thing going. Like right at 7, things look great. Things, we got away with a couple of missed fairways. But then 9, we started hitting this crap where we just started getting a little sloppy with the approaches. We missed the green. We couldn't get up and down. Then we made 3 more. Got a birdie on 11. That was a nice one. But then, like I said, 14. It was either 4. I think it was 16. Ended up not only short side. Goofy, you're going away. You might have been the problem. Anyway, you short side. So you see, if you, I think, I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to do things such as using hook or draw or fade, whatever, shaping shots. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think you need to gauge your golfer's ability. I think you need to gauge the difficulty of the hole, what surroundings you have. We just made misses where if you miss it left in that one, like we look at that one hole, the 16th. We missed it so far left, we ended up in the grass, like on the other side of the bunker, and then trying to chip it over that, it's nearly impossible. Um, so you just get it on the green and you hope to maybe sneak a luck putt in, and we didn't do that. Or you end up in a bunker short side. Anything short side is gonna cause you problems. So make sure you know. So I used to play this game links. Stats are not showing up on the video. They should be. I see them here now. Do you guys see them? Do you guys see all that? Switch to the swing meter and you learn the game better. Well, yeah, I'm a I used to be I played links and I was a swing meter guy. But I'm just saying, like, I played a game. So I played links. I've told you this a few times. They used to have this mechanism where I think you took the mouse and you slid it back and forth. That was your swing, was like a back and forth motion with the mouse. And it was extremely sensitive. And so if you ever wanted to succeed at that, and I never really got good at it, but you really needed to learn how to put the ball center of the green, hope for a lot, try and find pins where you were going to you had a center green chance. Maybe use the slopes from the center to try and get the ball to, on your approach shot, get the ball into the pin where you have putts at birdie. Because it was just so sensitive. If you tried to go after short side pins, you were just going to get, you were going to be most likely stuck in an bunker trying to pull off an impossible, bunker shot. And let's see. Okay, cool. I'm glad you see it. So, you know what? I think I'll play another game. Let's go around again. If you guys want to hang out, I'll go around again. Maybe I can make up for it. Or maybe I'll just go even worse. I'm interested in looking through some of these courses too. That's some of the I did Boston earlier. Maybe I'll play Boston again. Let's do Boston again. I'm going to do live weather. We're going to go. Let's do it. Got work tomorrow. All right. gonna side it to the right a little bit. Want to try and this is a look at it go. Look at it go. Look at that baby go to the right. Good lie though. We'll make it. We'll make it good. We'll get it good here. I'm gonna up club a little bit here. 139 into the wind, uphill. Let's take it center of the green. Center of the green. We're just going to roll off because of that little stop. There you go. See that? See this? You could see the shadow of it. Chip and a putt. Come on, hole it out. Hole it out. Now, all right, we're going to par it. That'll be a par. Good start. If you could read the greens, yeah, I mean that's one thing that's. Oh, this hole, yeah. That's one thing about this game that's a little bit funky, is that if you are an excellent, if you were to be able to excel at reading the putts, you can't ever get there because it just does the putts for you. So I'm all over the place right now. So I don't know. I think I just have to aim center and hope. Now my carry is 267, so I'm going to bring it back below the 267, hoping that I. Now I'm all over the place. I don't think I can attack this pin at all. I think I'm gonna have to bring it down here. A bad lie. I'm gonna take a, well, I can only go 144 anyway. Let's just aim it back here. It's almost gonna miss the fairway again. Scuffling, man. Scuffling. I don't know what's up with that. Just in a little bit of a funk here with the but we're gonna have a chance at an approach here. So, look at the green, sloping. We have sort of a protection here if we can, like a backstop. If we can land it into that, it can help us. We shouldn't have an issue with water, and I say shouldn't. Also have to start accounting for this extra wind. That may be another thing that was pushing me along here. So this is going to be a little bit more of an issue on this shot. So we've got 112 downhill, so 110. This is going to be a little long. Let's knock it down. 104. I still like doing that. Takes a little wind out of it. And that was the right play. I could have just played a little less wind, but maybe a chance at a birdie here. Let's just do a normal putt. Man, sometimes you need to quit when you're ahead, hey? I had a good round earlier and can't buy a putt, but that's okay. We'll see. We'll got time. So we really want to put it back here, right? What's our green look like? Terrain. Going to the front. If we were to land it in here, that we would be lucky as you know what. So we need 189. It's going to need almost a 205 club there, probably. 204 will work. Got a stiff wind coming from the right. That's pretty good. Downhill putt, but we can manage to two-putt this guy. Let's lag it. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nah, he was offline the whole way, but he's going to get a par. So, not to make the aim longer than the carry number. Well, I feel like even with my miss hits, I've been doing that. But sorry, I'm scratching my leg. But I'm trying to do that. So, little sneaky hole here into the wind, so we don't need to worry about any kind of like getting cute with driving the green or anything. But let's just, what's our carry? 268. So I mean, I was way back there, man. I'm telling you. Now that's a good kick. 10.6. I mean, I get it, and I'm not complaining or anything. I'm just saying that, I put it where it needed to be, and it's got me in a funk where it's rolling some bad juju here. So into the wind, so I'm gonna need even more. Yeah, let's just keep it normal. Got a chance at a flyer, though. This is going to be really tough to judge. It's a partial yardage. It's uphill into the wind. We got to get it back to a shelf here. You know, I'm going to, oops. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess this 85%, this 83, and just hope like crazy that it's the right distance. Bite. It's not going to be. It's too long. And it's going to keep rolling. So, bad tee shot. We're going to have to flop it. It's going to increase the degree of difficulty. And we'll have a chance at par. The way I'm putting, it's probably going to be an adventure. We're at 60% make. We got that one. Okay, maybe we can start building a little confidence. Up and down for par. Take that, you stinking hole. So I can't get my driver straight here. Things are just all over the place. And we're playing in the wind, which makes it even worse. So we got to aim at this bunker, and hopefully the wind takes it out here into the middle of the fairway. And it's not going to. I missed it right again. That was only about 4, maybe. Yeah, 2.5. I mean, it could have been worse, but I was hoping for short grass. Now again, I'm just trying to scramble for a par. Got a bad lie. Now we're with the wind, so let's just try and get it down here as far as we can. We don't have any, and then I'm missing it left. My golfer is having a bad day here. And we are in jail. If I catch it right, I can clear this, but I need like the best. I need the best contact ever. Let's try and see if we can get it to the front of the green, maybe. Get our bogey. Walk away. We're gonna have to lag it. This is a tough putt. Slow down. Okay, that's a good sim there. That leaves us with the bogey. We can handle it, but man, I must have had all my good shots in one round. Everything is going wide. Yeah. Huh? No. 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 Wait. One moment here. A growing kid needs his food. Okay. Let's reset here. Let's just figure it out. Because... Okay, let's see. All right. Now, you're going to catch the first cut, aren't you? Oh, it falls in the bunker. Life is good, I'm playing golf. Life is good, I'm playing golf. Life is good, I'm playing golf. So we got a bad stance here. I'm hoping that it goes to the right some. False front's going to catch it. Just stop there. Just stop. Don't roll any farther, please. All right. We can manage with this, I think. Oh, we're going to be putting. Now let's scoot it up the hill here. Come on. How about making a putt once? One time. Yes! Woo! Slammed it in the center of the cup. All right. Good night, Clinton. Yeah, that feels good. There's plenty of randomness to this stuff, but you have to accept it. I thought I hit about as good of a drive as I could there, and somehow it still pops off into the bunk. Come on, wind, help it some. First cut. The first cut isn't the deepest. Baby, I know the first cut isn't the deepest. If you wanna try to love again. If you wanna try to fade again. All right, so yeah, 228. We should be able to clear it and get it up here in the second batch of fairway up here. Wind is pushing it to the right. Okay, we're in. So, didn't really talk about this, but our strategy, I hadn't really thought about this green, but we want to keep it in the front. Everything goes into this little pocket here. The back breaks down into it. The front does. We want to just try and land it up here somewhere. Of course, we're in good shape to be able to potentially, let's try 60-degree lobber here. I think that's a better plan. And wind shouldn't be too much of a factor, but let's stop. Oh, there's some nice old scaz on that one. Oh boy, I thought I missed it. Back-to-back birdies. I don't know what scaz is, but that's a word that I've made up to represent whatever I want. Okay. Downhill par 3, 200 yards, or as they say up in Massachusetts, 200 yards. And yeah, I'm assuming it's going to kick on. And then you got a little shelf there. Got a message from stupid Twitch that I don't care about. Let's knock her down. Try and take a little bit of this wind out of it, because that wind can really foul up your yardages and stuff. We're still going to get some wind there behind us, but that's going to get us up to the 195, hopefully. And with a little bit of left to right. Come on. It's going left. It was way too short. Our contact was well below in 100. 96.1, and now we're chipping and putting here. Again. Let's flopper. I like the flop in this situation, just trying to get it on the front. That looks pretty good. Now bite. Bite. I said bite. Well, we're at a 50% par chance here. Nah, just didn't give it enough outside, and we're back to even. So, what the good Lord giveth, the good Lord taketh away. Yards. This one's 473 yards. So we're going to take it left or right because of the wind. It's just going to let the wind do its thing unless it decides to, unless I decide to hood it and make it go left, which seems to be one of my favorite. Unless it's leave the club open and go to the right. That's another favorite song of the day. But this is going to be good. Still missed it a little right, but had enough play in it. And so we got this bunker that's not even in play. We've got terrain. We'd like to get it front left if we can. The wind coming off the left is going to mean we have to aim it in the left rough and hope. So we got a 180, a little bit of headwind, and it's uphill. So we got to get it. We're going to do this 184. Come on, wind. That will work. That's going to send us up here with almost a 40% chance at birdie. I'm going to go aggressive. Bingo! And we're going to finish the front nine with, what's that, a 35? You can't see it anyway, so forget it. My program doesn't do that kind of stuff on the fly. So, okay, so we're getting her done. Still about the same kind of. Now we're going to lose it left. Oh, no. Oh, no. And that time the trees. Ball's in an unplayable lie. Within 2 clubs. Ball pin line. We can't do that. We're going to have to go with the old stroke and distance, man. That's nuts. That is not the way we drew it up. I'm like left, right, right, left, right, left, right. Having a tough day at the office here, guys. Tough day. It's not helping us here too much. We got this little well, that's gonna get it back into the center, but we're putting for bogey. We're hoping for a 2-putt, get our double and lick our wounds and try and find a birdie somewhere. Slow down. Not a tap in, but nah, it's a 6. The unplayable. I had one of those in a club championship back when I was about 21. I wasn't in the championship flight, but I was in the A flight. And I was doing very well. I had finished the front 9 even par. And we were on the 10th. And I was playing with this guy who was just, and it's not to cast aspersions to bankers or anything like that, but he was like, it was a small town banker, and he was just a big old grade A, you know what, butthole. Perfect drive, it's a hole that goes kind of up the hill. I mean, it's hill country. You come down over the hill, and so if you hit a good drive, you pretty much have to take a 3-wood because a driver, you're going to go through and into some rough, but then it's a dog leg left. goes down into a ravine and then back up onto the green. And off to the right is another like slope off into woods. And so I hit my second shot and it went down into the woods. And um, I should have taken an unplayable lie there. And instead I tried to hit it and he was there watching me. And I tried to take a swing and I whiffed and it was just not good. I ended up screwing up my chances. So sometimes you just have to say it's unplayable and deal with it. This is a par 3. This is a long par 3. We got another one of these shelves, which we got to get to the top level. And this 5 wood is not going to get there. And I don't even think the 3 wood's going to get there into the wind. I'm afraid taking a 95% driver is going to be a problem, but I'd like to get it to the back. Okay, we're at the top level. That's not bad. Got a chance to chip down there for a scramble par, hopefully. Slow down. Got a little aggressive there for whatever reason. So this putt it's a straight uphill putt, but somehow we're going to go with the aggressive putt, try and get a little extra chance of getting it in, and we do. So, so we're at +1. We took a double. That's an unfortunate thing to have to do, but we still have time here, and you know, time is on our side, as they say. So we're going to aim right side. And that's going to be right down the pipe. Good drive. Finally, good contact. I should check my driver ratings. So I mean that's part of it is my driver accuracy is 5.1, but you know I tried to give myself realistic, pseudo realistic. Of course I don't know. I don't consider my short game. Well, my short game is all right when I'm in playing shape. The medium and long putting are about right, but I guess I need a. Again, it's like I'll go on streaks where my driver accuracy is pretty good, but then if I lose my confidence, it gets pretty crappy. So maybe I'm pretty decent as far as capturing my. Okay, it looks like we got a little bit of a water hazard down here. This is kind of rocks and stuff. You know, if we can get it here in just to the left of center, that looks like it could kind of feed down to the hole. If we could land it 187. Let's try a knockdown. Take a little bit of wind out of this. And it's downhill. Let's go with a 179. The wind is going to push it back a little bit. If we can land it here and let it bounce on, maybe we'll be okay. No, it's going to go over on the other side. No, it's going to find the rocks. Deep rough. It has decided that today is that's not good. I don't like. I'm gonna have to try and flop this, and this has the potential for disaster too. Don't really get good contact because of the rough. Slow down. Okay, we're gonna get that. Okay, we're gonna have to take a bogey here, I think, because hope for a bogey. It's like as soon as this thing connects up to the internet, it decides that it's going to. I feel like this frog. Remember the frog in the one Bugs Bunny cartoon where he's like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal." Whenever nobody else is around except for the guy who owns the theater, and then as soon as he brings in a crowd, then it's like, "Ribbit." soon as I try to do something online, it's like, oh, let's be a stupid idiot. Ah, another nice drive. Maybe we've steadied that down here. I'd like to get back to even par. I think we have a chance to. I mean, this should be a birdie opportunity right here. That's, again, it's like you just want to carry it to the front. It's 1/3. It's about 145 probably. I'm guessing and you've got 15 mile an hour behind, so 130 is probably good enough. I don't know. I mean, I'm still don't feel that confident judging the wind here. Oh, come on, get in. Okay. That was. I'm going to get aggressive again. All right. Birdie. Well, let's see if we can follow that up with a par and try and keep on the straight and narrow here. Straight in the wind. You know, maybe the wind has some effect on guys, you know? Maybe that shakes them up. Okay. Good. Good. I'm getting real hesitant about shading to one side of the fairway. Seems like I'm not having much luck with that. Long approach. We're going to have to aim just right of center. And I think we have to use a 3-wood because it is downhill about 235 probably by the crow flying, you know, as far as like the elevation change or taking into account the elevation change. But the wind is pretty heavy. Love to land it right there and have it kick up here and just have sort of a pin high chance at a bird. But all things considered, I'll just take it on the green at this point. Get up. Missed right. So now we've short-sided it. The wind never really did its thing. We're going to try and flop it. We put it past the hole. Going to be a downhill putt for par. And we're going to struggle to come up with that follow-up. Let's see. No. Get a birdie. Give it right back. Okay, so to the 15th. Again, I'm not very confident about really anything besides you know, it seems like anytime I try to shade it one way or the other, well, this is going to work out. But again, this is a miss. Left. 129. We're going to knock it down. That'll be 122 uphill. See how this works out. I like the knockdown shot in this case. Missed it right. Going to take the fat of the green. Going to try and 2-putt it for par. It's a bad miss. Going to lag it. And you see where he's got to aim it in order to get it close. And even then, he doesn't really get it that close. Is that still 4 feet? Okay, but he makes the par. Coming down the stretch here. Okay. Play here. Aim to the right side of the green. See if you can get it to land up here at 173. Kick down in the cup. Eagle. Hole in one. Glory. That's what we're looking for. Doesn't appear to be much factor the wind as far as distance goes. So let's just play for this, well, we're going to go straight at the pin. Get away with that. I really would enjoy the little filter down off the ledge, but it's uphill. We're going to go for it. We're going to be aggressive, and we're going to miss another putt. And we're going to putt it home for par. Okay, 2 over. 2 over. Get this finished up. We're going to get not only a casual round, we're going to get 2 casual rounds in. I'm going to aim over here on the left and just try to, let's see. That should be okay. Just about perfect. Missed a little left, but nothing too shabby. Need the Tiger Group. You the man. Yeah, maybe that would help my confidence some. So straight into the teeth of the wind here. If we land at center, should filter down towards the hole, I do believe. So I'm going to need at least 142. We're at 140 there. It's probably not quite enough. Let's knock it down and kick it up to a 136 so that the wind will still have an effect. Now, the last time I knocked down, I lost my accuracy. I'm hoping maybe this time we do a little better with that. Filter to the left. It's not going to do quite as much as I was hoping, but not too bad. It's going to be a downhill. Let's give it a run. Oh, it looks so good. 3 feet from the hole. Take a par. And at the last, this will be the last hole of the evening. It's one thing about this game is you don't know what you're going to get, and that makes it somewhat on the addictive side. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what it is with golf. You remember a shot, you know, you might hit 12 crappy shots, but you'll remember one. So it could be this one. If I can find a way to get this guy to skirt up through here and into this part of the fairway, that would be stinking awesome. Come on, wind, help it. Stop, 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 stop. Okay, that works. That works. It's going to be in the fairway. We got a chance at going for this. So this is the basin of the green here. This is like a pretty good shelf, but so it looks like there's a ridge here. Anything to that side, anything above it goes off the green towards this bunker down here. Anything behind it goes off towards the trees. Anything in front of the pin. So you're basically playing with fire here a little bit. You wish, that's why I was hoping I'd be over in this range, because if you can, I think if you can land in this little front part and back it in, you know, kind of like get it to kind of squirt in there, probably good. It's downhill. That's helping us some. I'm not sure this 3-iron is going to get us there, though. We do have a following wind of about, let's say, 8 miles an hour. So let's say that takes us to 220. That might get us there if we make good contact. Let's roll the dice here, guys. Oh, no, and we yank it left, and it's going into the junk. Ball pin line. That means we have to come in. That's not bad. I think I'd rather have that. I think that gives us a chance to maybe knock it in there pretty close. you try the heroics and it's just not really worth it, you know? Okay, the wind is going to have a little bit of an effect, but not too much. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Okay, we'll have a putt for par. Give it a whirl. Get there. Can't make the ones that don't get there. All right, well, we're going to bogey 18. So we go 6 under in one round, and then we go +2 and +3. So one moment, I'm going to bring up my scorecard for you guys to see. Scorecard. And here we are. So really topsy-turvy round. Some good stuff there on the front nine. We got to 1 under par at the turn. Then we followed it up with a double. It seemed like anytime we got any momentum building, the course just ripped it out of our guts. So, yeah. I mean, that's... some days are like that. Other days are all bad. Other days are a lot of good. So, one last check of the comments here. 2 casual rounds, like MJ getting in 36 holes in the morning and afternoon of the Bulls playoff game, which of course they won. Yeah, that I guess I should watch that series, but I mean, when you're that good, you can basically just roll out of bed probably and do well. But I mean, the guy was a physical specimen and talented as you'll never believe, you know. So, got a History Maker golf tournament finished up. We got a couple, really 3. I played a practice round earlier, so I got 3 rounds of golf in through this game. Had some ups, had some downs, kind of balanced them out. That's good. Back to work tomorrow. Got to spend some time with the missus. It's Mother's Day, you know. Made the necessary call that we all should have hopefully made, and now I've got to look for what to do next. And I might take a day because I have work and just sort of like mull it. I don't know. I have to see. I'd like to start figuring out to do a tournament here. I'm, you know, let's. What I can do here is just got to say. Let me see something. Wow. That doesn't look good. Let's remove that so you guys can see it. So, doing a schedule with the 2020 golfer set. Not in the pack. Not CC Jackson is. I guess you can't move down this list. Country Club at Jackson is actually, I guess it's a user created course, so I've downloaded it, but not in the pack, not in the pack, not in the pack, not in the pack. This one's another user created, not in the pack, not in the pack. Not. Yes, East Honolulu is the first one that shows up in the courses that come with the game. So, maybe Napa is in there too. Napa might be. I have to look. I don't think so, but it might be. I'm pretty sure it's not. And then La Quinta isn't, but then you've got La Jolla. That's Torrey Pines is. Scottsdale is. I'm pretty sure, but maybe not. Pebble is. We've played that. We just played Riviera earlier. Mexico City. So, I mean, you know, it's like they've got a 49 event schedule, and I've got about half the courses. And so I also know that there are schedules that you can import that contain only the courses in the course pack. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to do that, but I'm just kind of like lamenting that it kind of is tough to see all the courses that are available and how they kind of have it plotted out here for you to go get them. And, I don't have that kind of moolah laying around to do it, but I guess over time I'll just buy a couple. I might buy the first two or three, and so that I could start one of these and then maybe pick up a few more along the way and try to work my way through. So it's been a learning experience. I'm not sure if I'm going to play that golfer I've created in with this group, or if I'm just going to play a tournament and kind of do what others have done, which is just like pick up guys as we go along and see how they play, maybe play the game for them and see how it works out. Probably just play a few more practice rounds because it's kind of fun. Well, it's not kind. It is fun. It's just I don't really feel confident right at the moment trying to go in there and do something in a tournament. So, anything else? You are welcome, Bob. Bob has put out a video tonight about a project for History Maker Baseball. So if you don't see him in the live chat here, it's Bob's Tabletop Sports. Posts a lot in the play community, a lot of stuff around those games. So what I like most of all is taking a look at the various projects that are going on. Sometimes it's kind of tough to process the results of all of them, but it can also be good for brainstorming your own ideas. So if you're new to this stuff and you're looking for something to do as far as projects, or you're trying to get an idea of what game should I try, just look through. I'll tell you a good place to do it is when you see these live streams. A lot of the guys who come in and chat have channels, and it's worth looking at their channel and see what they do. Some of them are video game guys, some of them are tabletop guys. I'm a tabletop guy mostly, but I'm dabbling with. I mean, I've always played computer games, a lot of golf. I played the old EA Sports PGA Tour golf that was really bad graphics on a Mac computer back in college. So, but all sorts of different things like that. So, we're just looking to simulate some stuff with when we don't have any sports. We're just itching for something to do. But we've been doing this for a while, so. As far as like the cards and dice go. So anyway, hit the like button. I'm going to sign off because it's just about bedtime. I got work tomorrow, as do a lot of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, roll your dice, love those who are important to you, and love those who aren't too. What the world needs is absolutely love. So be that person. Don't be the guy who goes out and creates problems. Let's try and love our neighbor and all that good stuff. So see you next time here on Tabletop Baseball Plus from down in the old tenacious bunker or dungeon or whatever you want to call it. All right. Good night. There, I made that right. Well, I don't need the A. It should be casual rounds 1.4 and 1.5, but you get the drift. Good night.